Philippines, and to all listeners in the station on Air 97.5 Cebu City. Today, ating subaybayan ang napakagandang kwento na tungkol kay Kimberly Smith, written by Miss Erica Kitsokib, music technician and editor by Jory Liaguno Sabalandi, and to the help of the following characters, Miss Clarissa E. Sala and Mr. Ramon Tamunan Jr.
A radio drama about a young high school student named Kimberly Smith was struggling to figure her whole life out amidst the problems she had with her broken family. With her mom leaving the family and she's only left with her dad, Chris. It gives her so much pressure thinking about the huge amount of money to spend for her college soon. Moreover, her own addiction towards drugs that she could not seem to know when to stop. Kimberly, however, did not know how much of an effect there is that could potentially be the reason for her life to break out into pieces. And it might be the case for her issue to get even worse. Kimberly felt like she was hanging by the edge of the cliff. And with that, there's only one person she needed to confide her feelings, and that is her best friend, Jessica. On a random Sunday evening, Kimberly was sitting on a couch watching TV while waiting for her dad to come home.
This is getting so lame. I can't be sitting here idling like every other day and wait for that man to come home.
Kimberly then sat up from the couch as she was about to take the remote and turn the TV off when the door suddenly opened. Chris, her dad, then went inside, sounding a bit heavy and rough, obviously indicating the message that he was tired from work.
Kimberly and her dad does not have good relationship, at least to both of themselves. Back when her mom was still living with them, they were once a perfect family. But Kimberly was usually closer to her mom than her dad. And now that they got separated, she had no choice but to endure living in a tiny apartment room with her dad who bossing him around. Kimberly, are you aware of how much bill went up this week, huh? Chris went around the couch as he made his way toward the mini kitchen to put his groceries. Out to the counter, Kimberly looked at him confused, and to add note, they both have anger issues.
And what exactly does that have to do with me?
You need to stop using television more than you should.
That television shouldn't be there in the first place if you hate seeing your bills go up.
Suck it up. Kid, you ain't the boss in this place. You either oblect or pack your things and leave.
You didn't get to say that. This is literally mom's apartment. You're not even paying the bills here.
Just do it, Kimberly. I don't want to lose my temper over some stupid argument.
As if you're not even used to this, Dad. You keep starting arguments that shouldn't even exist in the first place. Your mind is literally insane. You don't know what else to do other than complain.
Groceries when he suddenly felt his face heating from irritation.
What do you mean? I ain't paying the bills? Have you heard yourself? You're being delusional. Who do you think is working their self of his household, huh? Do you think it's your crazy mom? Dream on.
You're not even working that hard. You just kept spending half of your money on poker games.
Stop accusing me of stuff you don't even know about. Now shut up your mouth or I'll kick you out for real. Kimberly did not feel the good connection between her dad and herself. So without any words, she stopped her feet off outside. Kimberly then looked her phone out to dial the number of her best friend Jessica.
dad.
I'm so sorry about that, Kim.
It's alright.
You can come over. My family went out to my aunt's house, and I was left to babysit the dogs.
Kimberly knows sitting on the couch with Jessica would be another lame routine that she promised not to do over and over again. And it did not even take her minute before an idea popped into her head.
Can I come over right now?
I'm not even surprised. You doing Molly?
Perfect. But, I'll just have to be a bit late. I have to go run for something. You got me, and no, we both will be doing Molly.
Yeah, I kind of needed a refreshment as well. Neither do I have my weight going on its best phase recently.
Alright, that's already settled. I'll be there as soon as I can. I promise, I won't be long.
You have to secure the bag, or we will be sleeping at jail for the rest of our lives.
That won't happen. Trust me, okay? See you. Bye.
When Kimberly dropped the call, she immediately did not waste time to sprint across street to street just to get over the destination she had in mind, which it is the place of an old drug dealer named Butcher.
Hey, Butcher. Don't be surprised I'm here at this time of hour. But I'm guessing you already know. What's up?
When Butcher opened the door, he did not say anything else and quickly handed the packet of drugs to Kimberly in an emotionless face. In fact, Butcher was not even surprised when Kimberly just randomly knocks on their door. She's only there for one reason, and that's obviously the drugs. Kimberly met Butcher at a small street just a few blocks away from Kimberly's apartment. Butcher once owned a bakery with his wife. Kimberly goes there once in a while but never totally noticed the fact that Butcher and his wife were the owner. Yet when Butcher's wife died from COVID-19, he could not bear the pain and started doing drugs as an escape and excuse to forget about the grief. Until he became addicted and started a risky business instead, which is being a drug dealer. Luckily, he was quite surprised that he got away with it for years and turned into something he called as his lifestyle business, and now, that's literally all he has to at least feed himself every single day. Kimberly, on the other hand, knew about Butcher being a drug dealer when she saw him one night handing over suspicious pills to a guy. Kimberly confronted him and eventually, Butcher told her the truth even though it was against his will. But little do Butcher knew that Kimberly was already a drug addict at the time. It just wasn't that obvious to him since he looked at her as an innocent teenage kid. She was not.
Thanks, Butcher. I knew I could count on you with this. I'll give you the payment right after I get my cash from my dad.
Kimberly have been paying great to Butcher with her deals toward drugs because she know Butcher isn't some cool and nice guy you can play with. If you mess with him, he'll never let you run with it. The drugs made him lose his kindness and he can be very physical and aggressive in terms of his business. Yet, the scary part of it that Kimberly doesn't actually has anything to pay Butcher because she badly needed the drugs himself to get inside her system. It was very semi and impulsive decision. Butcher just nodded at his response and closed the door in front of Kimberly's face. Kimberly shrugged and turned her back from the door and yet again sprinted away to go and meet her friend Jessica. In a midst of Kimberly's sprinting, she suddenly felt tired and stopped just a few walks away from Jessica's house. She slowly sauntered towards an old wooden bench inside a tall lamppost and sat there for a minute. Kimberly's phone started ringing and she finished it out of her pocket immediately.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm just resting for a bit. I was just running across the streets to get the bag.
You didn't borrow your dad's car?
I could dream, but he wouldn't even let me borrow a single stuff he has. He's such a downer.
Bummer.
Like I said, so
You could have told me about it. I would have just picked you up.
insecure with me to get the drugs? No way, Jess. I'm not letting Butcher see your face.
Who's Butcher?
There's no time to be curious about who's who now, Jessica. I gotta go.
Tell me about him when you get here.
No. And never.
You were such a hypocrite about calling your dad a downer.
And the phone ended up.
You're here. I almost fell asleep while waiting.
We probably won't be sleeping anytime tonight since I got the pills with me.
Are those Molly?
Quiet down. Can we just talk about this in a more private room and not here in an open space where your neighbors can literally hear us?
Then after that, the two are starting using drugs. And Kimberly feels so high and very affected on drugs. Jessica just shook her head in disappointment toward Kimberly's obsessive behavior on drugs. She convinced she can never change Kimberly's mind and pursued her to stop drugs. And the least she could do to keep their friendship firm is to just let her be. Kimberly, on the other hand, didn't waste her time and used the drug immediately too much. She allowed 2 pills at once, and right after it hit her system, she suddenly floating in her cloud of imagination. After that, and thought lost in their own title world while Jessica in her room crying, worried and frightened for the life of her own best friend. After everything they done, one Friday afternoon while Kimberly was sitting in the cafeteria with Jessica, he suddenly heard a vibrate of phone that something popped up, a text message with a known person.
Who's been texting you? I notice your phone keeps buzzing every time.
Nothing. It's just nothing.
Is that your dad?
No?
Okay. And also, how's your math class? I heard you're failing.
While they are chatting and talking continuously at the cafeteria, Kimberly's phone vibrated yet again.
Who's that? It sounds so persistent to want to talk to you.
Kimberly obeyed and gave Jessica her phone to check the message. Not minutes passed, Jessica's face fell. So sad.
What's wrong, Jess?
Who's Butcher? And why is he threatening to kill your dad if you won't pay up?
Kimberly grabbed Jessica's arm as they both ran to the pariah's back of the school where there's no one else can hear what they can talk because it is private.
Now, explain.
I don't get it.
That night, when you came over, you didn't pay for the drugs, did you?
Drugs? What drugs?
Quit playing around, Kim. This is getting out of hand.
I totally don't remember anything you're saying.
The pills, the tiny bottles.
Oh, I remembered. Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot to pay Butcher.
Now what? He's already threatening your dad. You have to think about it. Okay, I will help you, but you have to first ask for a special task to compensate for your failing grades.
I will. Will you help me? Jessica, please. I don't want anything bad happening to my dad.
After that dreadful incident, Kimberly went back to see Butcher. It took her the full strength to even walk up to his front door because she thought Butcher would hurt her too. But luckily, Kimberly was able to tell the truth and convinced Butcher to give her more time to collect money for her to pay her debt. Butcher felt bad because he knew how miserable Kimberly's life already is, since he also knew about her family breaking up. Butcher felt empathy towards Kimberly because he also knew the feeling of being lost in the sadness and pain. Butcher gave her a month to let her do everything she needed to do. So with that, Kimberly decided to finally change her life. She started to get back on track with her education, started studying for her tests, did well on her performance tasks, and completed all her homework in time and actually gave focus on it for the rest of the school year. She started to talk more casually with his dad too to avoid conflicts. She eventually got a scholarship program at a university for her college and was told that the tuition won't be a problem for her anymore.